right?
It's the new day.
Certainly not
It's a
yesterday.
new day.
I wish I knew the words of that.
I don't know
It's a
that
good song, though.
What? Good Charlotte?
Yeah. No.
There's no place for you, Blockbuster. That's why you left,
Music.
right?
Don't want to be just like
No, I
you.
can start it.
Oh, okay.
They turned this into a dance studio.
The anthem.
They did?
Should we see?
Was
Should we
it
let
one
Luke
place?
start it?
Do you want this in the corner here?
Actually?
It's all over
Look what
the
I
world.
brought
but-
here.
we
That
let
Ben
Sam
says I
do it?
can't
Yeah.
have.
Let's do it.
So all of the buildings,
Sam.
basically.
Sam,
You're
you start the
starting this.
episode. You gotta look into the main camera. Talk up,
You
son.
can do it.
Yeah.
He's a fart.
Welcome back to another episode with the Soda Nerds, the show where we talk about comic books, collectibles, and pop culture. Let's take a shot, everybody.
Take a shot, guys.
We didn't know this was
Not you,
happening.
Sam. You're underage.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm also
Cheers.
12.
Cheers. Cheers.
I gotta find my seat here.
I really do like that song.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we got some, not new faces, they're familiar faces at the table. We got our buddy Vienna is joining us today.
Hey,
Hello, Vienna.
come back.
And then
Hello,
we got
Vienna.
Samwise Gamgee is joining us today as well. And Sam and Vienna are on because we're talking yet again about video games. But we got a fun spin today on video games, right, Jeff?
Yeah. So today we're gonna talk about the stereotypes surrounding all video games. We're gonna talk a little bit about kind of the origins of this, like video games destroy your brain, cause you to be violent. We're gonna talk about.
We're gonna excuse me. I'm sorry, Jeff. Hang on. We got this just in from Bob Johnson. Bob Johnson, will you please inform us what's going on this rough information that is just in? Well, you see, folks, here at home, we know that there was a certain birthday that happened not too long ago.
Uh-oh.
It was our good man, Johnny.
What is happening right now?
So it's kind of one of those things
going on?
that
Uh-oh. This is cute.
Security.
There we
I
go.
found some here that might interest our boy Johnny here.
this is
And
cute.
I figured he better open this
What a
up
son of a
and get a good reaction.
A birthday gift for me?
birthday
Just
gift.
for you.
Oh my gosh.
It's technically for your beard.
Oh, good.
I feel ripped off. Where's my birthday gift?
When's your
Shut up,
birthday?
Vienna.
What a dude.
Shut up, Vienna. Okay. Birthday gift for me. What is this? What?
Open it all the way, buddy.
the
Okay,
way,
it says,
bud.
first of all, I see my name. It says Johnny.
You can read.
Dude.
North Branch did it again.
Just like Jeff here.
Just not
We got
math.
a zipper on it.
Yeah, just not
I was
math.
just about to rip it open.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me.
That's dope.
Ooh.
No way! It's a Soda Nerds jersey!
That's pretty dope.
Look at that.
And these disgusting colors, but you know, hey,
That's
true.
amazing.
It's got my Green Bay Packer colors and it's got my favorite number
That's-
on it too.
15?
That is
there you go.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's epic.
Happy birthday, happy belated. It was in the mail
Wow.
when it was his birthday time, which was like, maybe a week or two ago. But
Dude,
it
that
finally
is
showed up.
sick.
Boom.
Cool.
You know
make
what?
sure.
I just want to say
pretty
thank
cool.
you to Bob Johnson.
Bob Johnson,
He did a
back
hell of
to
a
you.
job. He did a hell of a job. Nice job, dude.
I'm gonna
That's
display
solid.
that.
man. You
That
guys will
thing's
just.
sick.
Well, I figure if he's going to wear Soda Nerds and he's going to talk about, Green Bay, he might as well look.
Yeah, he may
good.
as well look as disgusting
Do you
as
see
the
his
colors.
face right now? He's glowing.
I know. That is awesome. Thanks, buddy. That looks sweet.
Son of a-
That is pretty
I love it, I love it, I love it.
No, now where do we go from there?
Well, back
We're done.
Back to you,
Thanks
Jeff.
for joining us.
Neutralize it. Packers are gross.
Oh,
You know what, let's do a cheers. Do you have anything to drink, Vienna?
Yeah, I have
Water.
that.
All right, we're gonna do a cheers. We just gotta get unified.
wow,
this
did
is
you go to
great.
St. Cloud? My gosh.
Yeah.
All right, congrats on the birthdays, boys.
go.
Thanks,
Nice
guys.
jersey.
All right, that was awesome.
My birthday's next month.
Well, that's the way we do it. All right.
So we're back to video games.
That's how we do it. Okay, so we're gonna kind of just follow like last time. We're gonna ask some questions. We're gonna talk about kind of what are the stereotypes like. So when you hear video games and you hear stereotypes, let's start with Luke.
Oh gosh.
No, it's okay. Just what do you think of, or what do you think people think of like video gamers
got
and stuff.
Oh,
No, Bob Johnson, not
Dad.
yet. Nope. The youngest. Well, you're the youngest. But
Someone goes.
just give us one. Just give each of
Like a
us.
stereotype, are you
Yeah,
talking
everyone,
about?
just,
Yeah.
everyone throw out one stereotype that you think
Don't rot
is
your brain.
rot your brain. Okay. Sam, what do you got? Into the mic.
It's for boys only.
For boys only.
that's a good
Okay.
one.
Yeah, I've heard that for sure.
Just nerds in general.
Nerds.
Guys,
It's a nerdy.
Okay, it's
quit
gonna
being
sound
so
really bad.
lazy.
This is
Ooh, I got
sound so
one.
bad, but like I think of like guys in little glasses and a bunch of little pizzas.
But you
that
play
sit
video
playing
games.
video games.
Are you a
No,
guy
I
with
just, I think of
glasses?
guys first. I think of
But that's
guys
the
first.
stereotype.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
They're coming for me. I feel it.
People call it childish.
Okay.
It's childish to play video games.
Yeah.
Or how about you're gonna be a mass murderer if you play Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
You're just gonna go kill people.
Right.
That was an actual huge study on
So
that.
the misconceptions that we all are aware of, right? So I took a little consensus of some websites and found like what are the top like 3, and they varied because there's a lot of this like gender stuff now. There's a lot of this like minority stuff, and I kind of just washed that away and took the blanket view of like really what is the stereotypes that affected me being like a 30+ year gamer.
Yeah.
wow.
And then we have these younger
I've been
gamers.
alive for 30 years.
We got these.
I'm almost there.
And then we got the youngest gamer of all. So I thought let's take a more broad swoop of this,
Yeah.
and look at it. Okay. I did also want to touch base on a little bit about. So we have Sam here, and kind of like what through the pandemic, gaming provided kids because kids couldn't go to their friends. Kids
Couldn't go anywhere.
right?
Couldn't even go to school.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you wanted, do you want to share kind of how you used video games during the COVID pandemic or during time off?
It helped with boredom, just waiting through until you could hang out with friends more, and it helped me get better at games.
Yeah. So like you couldn't go see your friends, but it was a really good opportunity to hang out
Yeah.
with friends online.
Online.
So do you think parents kind of let that one go and let you play a lot more than normally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's his parents?
I don't know.
Do you have
Hell of a
parents?
good question. It's a really good
His
question.
mom is
not
awesome. That's all I
anymore.
know.
But as I was thinking about that, it like this kind of thing affected all of us in some way. Like I found myself playing more mobile games during like the pandemic, and just like gravitating to like,
Same.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was, and people are on their phones more. That's how we communicate with all of our friends
Yeah.
that we couldn't go see. Right? Obviously now I can tell a lot of us don't really care. We're gonna get together no matter what. But it was nice as a parent, and I know you have some kids.
Oh, yeah.
Like to be able to say, yeah, I'm sorry you can't go to your friends, but why don't you see if they're available online? I'll get their gamer tag and connect that way. So,
Yep.
So I did steal some facts here. 65% of adults currently play video games, and 90% of kids play video games.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's a direct result of the pandemic. I don't know.
Adult being 18 and older.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
I
going to
feel
hurt
like
those numbers. That's
it
good.
helps with creativity and imagination playing video games as well because you kind of transport to your own world kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's okay to come back to reality too,
Yeah.
but you can get away and just I feel like you're more creative and you just think a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Ready Player One came out,
I just saw that.
right?
Very good movie.
Right? Creativity
Wait, you
about
just
bound,
saw that?
right?
I just saw
and then all of a
that.
sudden kids got to like kids got to live that. Like
Yeah.
Fortnite, they got to get out with all their friends in VR, or Oculus and all that. Yeah, I just thought it was so anyways, to touch on the stereotypes, I wanted to touch base on that because it was a big part of I don't know how much your kids did. I'm sure they all played the Switch and stuff.
Oh yeah, well Bladen, he was always trying to get his friends' tags or whatnot, or the gamer tags or whatnot, for hooking up to be able to build together because he was big into Minecraft, or to play on Fortnite and attack each other, or work together on the same team and stuff.
Yep.
We looked into getting a headset. We didn't quite go that far, but he was able to do a little bit of communication there through slow typing and all that jazz. But it was even. Well, shoot, even like playing with his cousins with, what do you call that, Among Us.
Oh yeah.
It's
that
like,
one's
hey,
fun.
yeah, can I? Yeah, we'll schedule a time you and your cousins can play Among Us, and they can sit there and they can talk back and forth. Now, I think recently they started taking away that that communication level or whatnot, that you no longer can type in or whatever. So
Probably bad little kids on there using bad potty language.
So I got a question.
Or adults.
Who thinks Ben is sus? I'm just saying. The raise of hands.
Don't be
Who thinks
suspicious.
Ben is?
Don't be suspicious.
I just wanted to vote. You killed me.
All right. So one quick one. I'm going to ask Luke. Did you notice your communication with friends? Because you have some friends that are not in the state, right? Or all over the place.
Yeah, but
Do you connect? No, but do you see yourself using like video games as a way to connect or play or hang out?
well, I mean, I have friends on Xbox from different states that I play with.
Yeah.
But like my friends that live here that moved away are like in the military, so I don't get to play.
No,
with
that's fine. Yeah.
them. Yeah, it helps. It definitely helps.
Yeah.
I met some people from Mexico, Japan. I don't play with them.
And so,
anymore,
what kind of
but-
games do you play?
I mean, all I really play right now is Red Dead, but
Right on.
and Dishonored, but that's a solo game.
Yeah. Cool. Good. No, I just wanted to see because you're a little bit younger than the rest of us.
A little bit.
And you're kind of on that edge where it's like I want to play. I want to still be with my friends, even though they're kind of flying all over
Yeah.
the place, and moving and stuff. So okay, cool. So stereotypes. Where are we at?
Well, I think the whole, I mean, you touch on like the pandemic and gaming, but the whole stereotype behind how gaming is like a waste of time.
Yeah, I know.
I think we've started to see that that's not necessarily true.
Right.
Like even people saying like, oh, it's going to rot your brain. Like there's been hasn't there been studies that have come out that shown that it actually increases, like, your cognitive
like
ability.
Vienna was saying.
Yeah.
It increases creativity.
And because
Yes.
you're getting
Hand-eye
your skills
coordination.
of jump. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Because you learn how to jump and shoot at the same time. Like earlier, I was playing that one game.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can shoot and I can jump. and I
Double
still
threat.
died.
But not only that, but people are actually, I mean, we live in a world where it's now, I mean, if you look at my grandparents, probably look at video games.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Rots your brain.
you and I have had this discussion before too about our
rots your
grandparents.
brain.
They grew up in such a different time than we're in right now that it's like the thought that video games could actually provide an income for you is just mind-boggling.
Right.
But we're there. Like,
Yeah.
it's true. People are making money
Yeah.
playing video
Dude, I
games.
saw the craziest thing. I was eating these Cheez-Its, right? And on the back of them, right, on the back of them was, like Topps cards, like
Oh, yeah.
baseball, football.
Yeah.
There are Topps cards now for gamers, professional
Oh,
gamers.
that's cool.
And I was like, I didn't even know this is a thing. I was like, I knew that they're like played professionally, but I was like, I didn't know that they were gonna make cards for them and everything. I was like, wow, they really are living the life.
Well, that was one thing that really did blow my mind is how big the tournaments. You can be a professional gamer.
Yeah.
And people sponsor you and play. I mean, there's tournaments all over the world for that kind of stuff. And I'm going, seriously, I didn't realize that.
No.
That blew me away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know that was a thing. I figured it was still just buddies playing against each other. I had no
So
idea.
yeah, you guys are touching on them. So the top three that were pretty consistent.
You checked them out.
For stereotypes, yeah. So the top three were gaming is a guy thing, number one, which kind of shocked me, but we've all touched base.
That's,
That's not true because she plays more than I do for sure.
Giddy.
And number two is gaming makes you violent,
yeah.
That's where I take out my anger.
Right.
So
And
I'm
Vienna-
not violent.
What about
I
Farming
totally
Simulator?
disagree. I'm violent enough without.
you are. You're the badass. But
Yeah.
Vienna and I talked a little bit earlier about one of the first video games, and you're like, wait a minute, wasn't that a movie? What the heck was it? Death Race? Death Race or something?
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking
Death
about?
Race.
If
Yes,
you want to
yep.
go like back in time, the first video game was from Atari, and it was Space Invaders. But
I think it was
yes,
Pong,
but go on
actually,
with that,
but-
please, because they need to know. They need to know.
Yeah. So the first game that kind of sparked this, like, kids are gonna get violent was a 1976 Death Race. And the only thing if you ever watch a video of Death Race, it's ridiculous. You're a terrible car on a flat Atari looking screen, and there's little people that kind of run back and forth, and you're just supposed to hit them, and they turn into a tombstone, right? But parents were so scared, like this is gonna create psychopaths and murderers. For years and years and years, even till this day, parents are like, playing video games are gonna create murderers. You played Grand Theft Auto 5, right?
Yeah,
How many people have you murdered?
a lot.
In real
In the
life.
game.
In real life.
No one.
Nobody. Yeah. So I think that it's been kind of debunked. We talked a little about it. There's a TED Talk.
Yeah.
And it talked about like video games and violence. And there's no consistent data that says violence translates from the game. It's usually this kid's a psychopath.
Yeah.
And guess what he
Yeah.
likes to play? psychopath games, right? So there's this
I think on the flip side, like you said, it's an outlet for some people where it's like you might have a raging psychopath on your hands if they didn't have gaming as like a therapeutic outsource.
So Vienna, what was one of your favorite games growing up?
I already told you guys, but I'll say it again.
Can I guess? Twisted Metal.
Yes.
Twisted Metal, yeah.
So he was talking about the death race. So when I thought of that, I thought they made a movie about that. And I thought they copied Twisted Metal because in Death Race, the movie, they're trying to kill each other to get the money. That's what happens in Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Instead of what you're saying, hitting people and creating tombstones in Twisted Metal, you're trying to kill everybody else to get to the next level. If you hit a person, you get a bonus point. But like, that's pretty much it.
I know. Games were so awesome growing up.
Speaking of that,
Thanks,
okay,
Dad.
this is totally like side note from what we're talking about,
Okay.
but what was that game called with the little soldiers where you'd like run around the kitchen?
Like the toy soldiers, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green Army Men.
64.
Yes, I had all those. That
game
was awesome.
Okay, sorry, that was my sidetrack. Anyway, keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me throw you this here too, because as a parent, and especially in today's day and age, as I have younger kids and I'm having them play video games, and the things that they're hearing on some of these games and the things that then they're repeating, like, oh, I massacred you. Oh, I am so gonna slaughter you. What? Wait, why?
Right.
Why do
Yeah.
I want my young child saying these kind of things? So as a parent who I grew up with video games. I've been playing GoldenEye. I love shooting stuff. I mean, I'm a gun guy. I love all that. But I have to worry about my kid going to school and saying these kind of things.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And now I'm going, oh crap. He says this, now he's going to get pulled into the principal's office. He's not violent. He's not a person that's going to go and do something. But
You're gonna get pulled in the principal's office. I mean, nowadays,
well,
right?
and that's just
No
it.
kidding.
you
Yeah.
know?
So you're right. Let me give me 1 second here. Okay. So as a result of that, right, the video games getting more violent. It seems like they're getting more sexualized as well.
Oh yeah.
And kind of the trap is, I know, right? They are.
Well, your
okay, I'm
son was
sorry.
informing me on some stuff on that,
Yeah, no
and
kidding.
saying that you can build your character and build like
Yeah.
a male stuff.
Cyberpunk.
And I'm going,
Cyberpunk.
why?
Yeah.
Why?
I was gonna say earmuffs, but Sam obviously knows. You can pick up hookers.
Yeah.
Earmuffs anyways. Earmuffs anyways. I don't want them
He
here.
probably runs them over.
Yeah, he's in the
Yeah,
middle.
I grab them and then
just
take them out of the
runs
middle of
rides the
nowhere and
bus,
then
he
shoot
knows.
them.
I gotta go.
They should be doing that.
Doing the Lord's work.
Oh, Jimmy.
buddy.
Gotta clear up them streets.
Street cred.
He is.
He's like,
I got you, boys. I got
Yeah,
you.
don't worry about this, boys. Yeah,
I just taught your son something. Sorry.
that's all right. You know,
He's not Napoleon.
it's good. No, but video games, they are increasingly getting violent, and you bring up a good point. Like, there's this change in community, there's this change in culture where we're more accepting of the cyberpunk. Make your whatever gender mix match, whatever you want, right? It's kind of weird, whatever.
It's a little odd.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back in 1994, that's when they created the grading system, like E for everyone and all that.
Yeah.
And that was a result of like all this legislation of parents freaking out, like they're gonna create murderers. Like I said, there's never been evidence of that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I've never, and I've did some research today. It looks like there's a lot of other people that have looked into it, and there's no specific evidence proving that violent video games. Obviously, kids shouldn't play it unless they're mature enough. Sam's not mature enough, but he still plays.
There's just one,
There's just one.
but that didn't happen until the 90s.
Which one was that?
The massacre.
Is that the game?
No.
Because of a video game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
They're like, we learned it in the video game. What?
Was that
Two guys.
Columbine?
You're talking about Columbine?
Yeah, Columbine.
Well, see,
yeah.
Well,
but
they also got
okay.
bullied.
But
Not only that,
and
but
that's just it. I kind of go, is that just being a scapegoat to blame it on that?
Yeah.
Or is it really from that?
Yeah.
I
Or,
mean,
or
I
do you
just-
actually have just mental issues?
Right.
I think it's all the above.
I don't know
Yeah.
that. I would argue in a case like that it's not the video game to blame solely.
Right.
Like I
Right,
wouldn't
you
believe
have to
that.
have rage issues that you need to take out from other
Well-
things to be able to...
what do you think, Vienna? I mean, you're certainly a different perspective than us. Like, how do you think? Do you think that it may have encouraged them, or do you like? What are your thoughts?
I think they just wanted to blame it on something.
Yeah.
Right, like culture or the
video games just in general.
Right. So they get the bad
But
rap.
like he said, they got bullied. They got tired of it, and then stuff went down.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was a very tragic time, and maybe that is an eye opener for everyone. Maybe we need to not let our 12-year-olds play Grand Theft Auto
However,
5.
though, if
They're
you're
going
okay, to play devil's advocate
Dad
here,
says,
though,
mom says,
Yeah.
you know.
if you're looking at statistics and you have one incident out of
Billions of people.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like I don't know that video games are the culprit. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
I still think that stereotype is like totally shattered.
It is debunked, and you're right, because they said, how do you test that?
Yeah.
Do you just let a bunch of 8-year-olds play a violent game and then leave a gun in the room?
Oh,
and
what do
see
you want to do
happens?
now,
Like,
Jimmy?
No, what happens is they rage quit and they leave the room because they're angry. They can't be a certain level. I did
Right.
it all the time. I was passing over your son earlier. I'm like, I can't do this. Help.
Take this from me.
I'm like, please.
But that was a tough time growing up. I remember my parents told me to play certain games, so I stuck on Madden and stuck on Blades of
I didn't
Steel.
get any video games
It's in the
until like 10th grade. I could actually have a PlayStation 2 because my grandparents thought it would melt
Yeah.
my brain. Then my dad is just like, let's play Diablo. You're angry? Let's kill people. I'm like, yeah, Dad.
Cool, Dad.
But before that, it was Twisted Metal 2.
Oh,
I was like,
nice.
okay, Dad. I was 4. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. That's cool.
Well, I will
wasn't
say
angry
this.
then.
You know, just kind of hearing that, it makes me think of the evolution in games and where, you know, I started with a Game Boy and Tetris and Super Mario Brothers, you know. And then I went up to, you know, playing Ninja Turtles on the arcade games, and then GoldenEye, you know, you're playing on the 64. And then it comes down to these realistic games that are so like blood and gore and nudity with everything, and it's just kind of like, all right, so now honestly, I have no problem playing them. Why not? I mean, I'm an adult. I can play them, and I think it's, you know, fun to do. But, you know, for a younger one, I mean, where is that level to kind of go, wait a second, now these games have gotten so advanced. I mean, your son has been playing Oculus, and that's a phenomenal thing. I think that is a gaming future big time. But at what juncture is that going to cross over into now this is now so much virtual reality? When is that going to be problematic
right.
for
Like, when does
life?
the virtual reality kind of transition into this is your
I
reality?
would say you could make that argument about anything, because where you say where's the line, well, that's why you have rating. You know what I mean? That's why you have PG-13 and then rated R. You know what I mean? It's up to, I'm sorry, but if you're a parent, you need to be the one making that judgment call of either I want my child viewing this or playing this, or I don't. You know what I mean?
No, and I fully agree with that. But then we also have to look at how many actual adults pay attention to their kids that are playing video games.
I'm bringing, go Sal.
You can avoid. There's things in the game to, like in Call of Duty, you can make it so there's no blood or.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Wow, okay.
and you can avoid in GTA to go and get a hooker or to the strip club. You can avoid it.
You're going to clubs?
No, but
The only club you should have is a sandwich.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't even let me go to the club, so I mean, come on.
hey, I thought it was a shoe store.
Oh, good shoot.
Boy, the shoe store.
He's gonna use that with his wife someday.
It's
Wait, is that what Daddy says?
Let's go get shoes again, boy.
I'm sorry, that was awesome.
So
Thank you.
anytime we play Grand Theft Auto online, he's like, "Where's my dad? Better go to the shoe store." No, that's funny. Wow.
Everyone finds something out like that somehow.
Yeah.
Something.
But that's just
So
a
there
part of
are
the game.
those controls.
Yeah.
then with
So
that
so
kind of
like Ben was saying, you know, as far as like mature games and whatever, like it falls back on the parents. And I know you've had friends come over, and I'm like, yeah, you guys want to play Fortnite? Sure, we got a few Xboxes, some big
And
screens.
then you think like, oh,
No, it's weirder than that. Like the kids will usually be like, "Oh, my mom said I can't play a shooting game,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "A shooting game?"
well, good on them though. I mean,
No, you're
especially
right.
for a kid.
Yes,
Right.
yeah. So then I'm like, "What game do we have that doesn't shoot?"
Minecraft.
Well, there you go.
Well, there's a bow.
Shoots and ladders. Wait, no. We're not shooting anyone though.
We crack all the board
Those are
games.
called slides.
Shoots and
Slides and
Oh, yeah.
ladders. Doesn't
Well,
work.
see, and that's where, you know, I'm glad that there are things like that. I mean, okay, I have no problem with a lot of games. I love video games. I don't get to play because I don't usually have the time. That's where these guys are the gamers. So that's where I'm throwing out these kind of questions because I had no idea you could turn that off because that's awesome because then it turns into GoldenEye. And I go, there's nothing wrong with GoldenEye. I mean,
The graphics.
I know. Trust me,
There's nothing wrong with that.
I love her. She's
my
the
son
best.
and I, we have this argument because he loves Minecraft. And I'm going, I don't like Minecraft because of the graphics, because
It's
I
Windows
evolved
95
from that.
graphics. I know.
grew up with this,
Yep.
and we got better.
it doesn't
But
look
as far as Minecraft goes, I love Minecraft because of its creativity ability
Yes.
to
Yes.
build and create worlds. I think it's great to let him express himself that way. That's great. But I can't watch it without getting a headache anymore.
But you love the glasses.
Well, the glasses are different.
That's a part of you. That's your
This
persona.
is kind of one of those things on where I go, no, this is true blue nerd. That I mean,
True blue nerd.
Yep.
Game Boy
Game Boy.
Color.
graphics.
Does he have
Those
color?
are-
I did not have a Game
Purple
Boy Color until I was 16 years old. And I was around for the very first.
I didn't have unlimited texting till I was 16 years old. Imagine that to any of you.
I didn't like have a
out
phone when I was 16.
Hey,
okay?
Jeff, you feeling old? I'm feeling old.
My dad quickly learned, was like, oh, it's 10 cents per text. My gosh, okay, let's go. Unlimited.
So they're texting my sister.
Wait, I have to press the A 6
Yeah.
times just to get the right
How about
letter.
this? Luke, it wasn't texting your sister. To anybody watching, it was waiting until after 9 p.m. or the weekends to call her for free minutes.
Oh, there you go.
That's what it was.
Okay, we're back to the gaming a little bit, okay? You probably did if you played GoldenEye. Did you play Perfect Dark? Anybody? Anybody? Perfect Dark? Well, because we're talking about blood, you could change the blood to like paintball splatter.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
that game.
sweet.
It was
No,
awesome.
I played Doom and stuff like that. I love that.
I never got to play the original.
Yeah.
On the computer. Was
So
great, and I
from
love that.
Doom, GoldenEye, Twisted Metal, even us growing up, we experienced, like, mine was Mortal Kombat. We all experienced some kind of violent
Yeah.
games, right?
And those
we got
games too have like evolved in the level of violence and
The
like,
graphics now too.
yes.
Holy cow! You can really see someone get killed now. It's taking out spines and like mortality or whatever. You know.
You're like,
No,
that's the
I'm not
V11
knocking that. I
bit
love
brain.
that because that's the game. Is you're there to kill the person and rip. You know, that's
Yeah.
awesome. But I also go, don't try to rip out my skull.
So we all grew up with those, and do any of us feel like,
I'm fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I don't think I have the strength to like rip someone's heart out.
We put
you know?
her in the back for a reason, just in case.
yeah. We keep them off the table for a reason, people.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Johnny, take the knife from her.
Yeah, no kidding.
Finisher.
No, that's for different.
No.
So, stereotype number 2, games make you violent, we feel is debunked. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Okay,
Throw it
number
out.
1, we'll
Trash.
touch base on a little bit. Gaming is a guy thing.
Well, that's obviously out the window.
Yeah.
Debunked, right?
Today.
No. Yeah.
I don't
Vienna's
know.
our
Do you,
gamer chick.
do you claim yourself as a guy? Let's ask that
I
question.
don't.
Oh.
Say it.
I identify as a woman.
Okay,
I was
Sam's
gonna,
like,
I was gonna say
can I
something.
answer?
Say it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have at least like half of my class. The girls play Fortnite.
Yeah,
Just
there you go.
yeah.
So-
to
We
play
all know
video
that's
games.
true
that's-
because they all beat him too. So
What? Hashtag disappointment.
Anyway.
I think that's definitely debunked. Not only have
Yeah.
we talked about how you game, but I look at Twitch streaming today.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're not really playing.
I mean, okay,
Sex sells.
Yep.
yeah, it is true,
It does.
but there's obviously a large percentage of girl gamers.
And like Vienna, you enjoy retro gaming like quite a bit.
Yeah, and even though I'm married, like you said in one episode, you're like, well, it's because you're married, you can't game a lot.
Typical.
False. I
Typically
game when I
Madison.
want to.
Ruins most things. So
That's really sad.
just kidding.
But you have a
It's also different from being a wife versus a husband.
My husband plays games whenever he damn wants.
Okay,
Right.
you're not getting what he's saying.
Oh, go ahead. Explain it to
If
me.
you are a wife who,
Mansplain it to me.
if you are a wife who likes to game,
Yeah.
it's a lot easier for your husband to game because you're a wife who enjoys it.
Okay, I
But
get
if
it.
you're
So
a
the person
husband
that
who
does-
say my
enjoys
sister,
gaming
like, yeah.
and you have a wife who doesn't,
I feel stupid. All right.
You're good.
there you go.
Yeah.
So like
it's
you're
just-
spending too much time, blah blah blah. I have something really silly I want to say, but I can't because you're here, so I'll save it for a different video.
Earmuffs.
No, not even.
He's old enough for earmuffs.
Oh
No,
no, I won't even put it because my husband will get embarrassed. But there are ways to get in there.
I get it now.
But yeah,
You should
I
talk
like
to my
do
wife.
Whatever
I've
I
seen
want
that
to.
video.
I do like the vintage ones. I just bought the Mario one for the Wii, all the different Mario games, and me and my bestie were up till 1 o'clock playing. And she's like, "You, I'll kill you!" And I'm like, I quoted her and put it on my game page, Instagram Vintage Gamer Goddess. Anyway,
Little plug.
Plug.
oops. So yeah, it's really fun, and I get what you're saying. I didn't think of it that point of view because I'm not in that point of view. If you know,
Okay.
husband's playing games all night.
But
he's
let's
not
look at
hanging
it this
out
way,
with
though,
me.
here too, for a second. You are married to an awesome man. I haven't met him, but I'm sure he's
Matt, I think
awesome.
you're fake.
But no.
No, we don't.
I don't.
Man, I
I
know
don't,
you're
swear.
real. Once upon a time, I've partied with Matt. So.
So, but
John, he's party.
you two do not have children yet, and at that time, that's
the
flip
kicker.
change.
I'll lock the door downstairs in our game room, and then he can have his time, and then I'll have baby, and then I'll have baby end game.
There you go.
What if you have triplets?
Okay, get on my back, kids. Let's go. Everyone grab a controller. Come on, Mom's gonna teach you how to kill.
No, I will say. So speaking of that, like, it's nothing against my wife. It's more so the fact that we have little kids in the house. Like,
Right.
by the
Yeah.
time people are sleeping, and it's time for Daddy-O to sit down, like, video games are
tired.
probably the last
Turn
thing.
down
on
the
my
controller.
No, in all honesty, I mean, my wife and I used to play all the time, and when the Wii came out, we would
We
we
you
would
play?
sit down and we would play like Rock Band together and stuff like
Oh.
that.
Oh, fun.
Or I would find her, in which she was phenomenal at, Guitar Hero. She would go and just be
Yeah.
down there. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd be hearing. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, all right, she's getting beaten our top score, you know. She was an expert level, just rocking it out.
Wow.
But I remember those times. But yeah, when the kids happen, it is that shift of going, well, as much as I love video games, I don't have the time, because if I do have time, I'm taking a nap.
But I'm now getting to that, like, I would say, golden age with my daughter, where it's like she's gonna start to understand it, which is like I really want to get a Switch because she's coming up on 4 years old, and I would love to
Everyone,
start like let's play some video games. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There we go. 4 years old. That's where I started.
Hey, I taught her how to play Mario Kart.
Wait,
okay,
that's explains a lot. All right, so go ahead.
Does someone want to hold my mic back real quick? I gotta be
Yes.
What else
So,
you got on that fancy sheet of
well,
knowledge?
I'm going to just say,
Very organized.
as
Knowledge.
there was an estimate in 2020 that 55% of men were gamers,
Yeah,
41% of females were gamers,
Yes.
A lot surprised at that.
that math doesn't really.
Math is hard.
and so I added to the I added to the end of this. Yeah, it's 2020.
Oh, good.
There's this other kind of like area of genders that fall into that random number.
That they just didn't give
Yeah.
a
They
specific
didn't
male
get-
or
yeah.
female.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do math. I'm like, I went to
Non-binary.
North Branch. I can't compute.
No, well, I just to let you know,
Does not
55 and
compute.
41 does not make 100. So
The makeup of all streamers that are female, 35%. I would think it'd be higher because
Yeah.
lot higher than that.
Sam, what do you think about female streamers? What's their best asset?
Do you know what?
it hangs below the chin.
They're
Yes. I don't know if I
the
could say
cuter,
it.
the prettier, the
See what you
hotter.
want.
Yeah, the hotter.
Yeah.
They ain't making you watch it. You on your own.
And then the average
Yeah, but
gamer.
my mom.
That's your son in a few
know.
years, man.
The
Let's go.
average gamer is 35 to 44. Boom! I fall
All
that
together?
category.
No way.
The
Really?
average.
No way.
Both genders. Yep.
35 to 44.
Yep. And like I think
So
they said
we need to step up our
See the
I'll
average
be
gamer.
thriving.
yeah. The
With my
and
kids.
I talked to Johnny.
30, flirty, and thriving.
30,
Yes.
flirty and thriving. I've never heard of that.
Seeing the
Wow.
average
It's
gamer.
13 going on 30.
Completely
Jinx,
missed that
throw me a soda.
era of my life. Johnny, I talked
Nerd.
about that. We think it's because at 35 to 44, I have the money to buy a $500
Yes.
gaming
Yes.
system
Yeah.
or a
You got
$2,000
adult
gaming
money
PC.
at that point.
I can buy whatever I want.
30s is the new 20s, but you have more money.
Normally, you have to ask mom and dad if you're younger, right? Like,
Yeah.
No,
can
I worked.
Unless you're Luke.
Talking
She's 4
about.
years old. She's like, I'm buying my own Game Boy.
Yeah, you got me there.
sorry,
I'm
but
poor.
you're right.
But
You're
like
right.
high school, I had a job.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
We got 7 conversations going on.
Mute.
It's okay. He's not even on mic, so it's okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I get.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 4.
Thank
I
you.
got this.
I got this.
I got change on the couch.
I still don't believe the whole. What is that? Average gamers 35 to what?
Why?
Younger people play more video games than older people.
Yeah, I
100%.
Where did you
Yeah.
get this information?
I don't believe
Was it
that.
Wikipedia?
I believe.
Intranet.
Wrong.
I don't believe it.
You can't believe
Dude,
it.
My
You
dad
can't
is the
believe the
only
internet.
one that I know that is like
That's what I
50
just
something
said,
years
Ben.
old
Nice.
that plays video games like at all, like in that.
Dude, it has to
age
be
group.
around 18.
Could you imagine
Around.
coming out of the womb and you think it's the baby and it's like a controller?
Just get in there.
Wait a second. Now, I'm going to say part of these numbers then because you and I have run into this stuff with our different statistics that we watch for different things. Do you think these are on mom and dad accounts?
That's
You know?
very possible. That's a
yeah.
good point.
That is a good point.
That would make sense then if they yes.
Like I'm on.
They logged into mom and dad.
Sam's on
I
my
started
account.
Right.
grinding an account on Fortnite on his account because I didn't have one, and
then
then
they're
he made
thinking
me
it's
one,
him.
and I don't have it. I don't have
That's
nothing.
like when we check our videos in the
Yeah.
analytics, it'll say a certain age group, and it's like, well, how many
Are actually
14-year-olds are on mom's phone? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Checking out YouTube videos.
Zero 14-year-olds are on mom's phone.
you say 14, they already have.
He's just he
Oh,
missed.
that is.
You're right. You're
but,
right.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I guess today 4-year-olds.
Yeah, but you're right.
I'm
'cause-
trying to think of our demographic, and I don't
Yes.
think 4-year-olds are watching.
No, or
Oh,
women.
with their mom.
Maybe.
They will
My
if my son
4-year-old
has
watches.
talked to them because he pimps us out more than anybody.
So our last.
Nonetheless, though, I think there is in all age groups you have people playing video games.
And you're seeing
Yes.
older people. There was a number. It was 15% of all gamers are 55 plus.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my dad. Hey,
yeah, yeah, get on the games, old folks.
I saw this like 76-year-old lady just sniping guys
Slaughtering
in Warzone.
folks.
Have you seen that lady?
I've seen older people.
I
I've
don't
seen the
understand.
grandpa. I've seen a grandpa. He's like,
I don't understand the extreme snipers, unlike COD.
It's sick.
oh,
I
it's
just-
sick.
just sniping everybody.
It's
No, I
hard.
watch videos where they'll take a shot and they like put a piece of tape on their screen where the
Yeah.
shot ends up, so they can like no scope and they just run around.
Yep. Yeah.
Sniper, no sniper.
Oh, I've
have-
seen that. Someone used those, those toothpicks that you hold like this.
I like
Yeah.
that.
They taped it on the TV.
Okay, Jeff. What else do you got to
Okay,
wrap this
so
up?
let's dive into number 3.
Or get there.
Gamers are lazy and have no future.
Oh,
Gamers are lazy and have no future.
Well, we've
Well,
already proven that to be correct.
no! Just because
I will cut you.
Sam, Jeff, and Luke and Vienna are not making millions playing video games,
Excuse
Shut up.
I'm sure there are people that are.
Well, they're
That's right. You guys were talking about that earlier. Yeah.
Who's your
Sam?
who-
yeah,
who's your
read that.
favorite gamer and just share how much money he's worth. Look
Okay.
at your mic there.
What's in your mic?
So I used to watch Lachlan. He's made $15 million off of streaming in YouTube.
Jeez.
Who's
Playing
some
video
more?
games.
Read some more. Read some more.
Dr. Disrespect,
way more.
6 million.
I know.
Wait, but I thought it was
Yeah.
more than
6
that.
million over the span of what, a year?
No, it just
Streaming.
says
Or
that's
streamer.
That's the number that they provided.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
also doesn't have like talking about like his
Either way, it
sponsors.
doesn't matter. I've never made 6 million.
So I also prefaced down there kind of what they do. Dr. Destruction. What's his name?
Dr. Disrespect.
Disrespect. He's just a streamer. Some of these other guys are YouTubers. They like to
Yeah.
diversify.
You can make
and
money
they
on
got
YouTube.
merch.
So wait though, does YouTube have rules on it's not desensitizing. What's the other word? When they make money.
Demonetize? Yeah.
Okay, so
Monetize,
like
yeah.
on TikTok, and it's a whole different platform.
Yeah.
If you're a minor, you can't make money until you're 18. So do you think YouTube has rules that
I'm pretty sure
maybe
they
that
do.
the parental whatever underneath
They're pretty
it?
strict.
Well, I'm sure because you
Yeah,
have to
they are.
have like some sort of business account or something. I mean, some sort of banking account that works.
Like
with
I
that.
was telling Johnny earlier, I have a guy that bags my groceries at Cub, and he is literally making a buttload of money doing like tournaments and stuff. But his mom makes him work at Cub so he can get customer service experience.
Really?
That's it.
Hey, that works.
Probably not a bad idea.
Smart.
It's a good mom, anyways. But yeah,
That's cool.
I mean,
I'm not saying it's wrong. I just think it's
But-
crazy. He's like, I'm making all this money and I gotta come here and work at Cub, but it's for customer service. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
People
Nice.
skills.
Can I have
mean,
my
I'm-
receipt? Thanks.
Exactly. I don't know that I agree with mom. I mean, I don't know that I disagree with mom's viewpoint where it's like, okay, you need some social
Yeah.
some social
Yes.
skills here.
Well, if
yeah.
he's going out and doing tournaments, he is being social with us.
It's gonna be like this.
But it's just like the one-on-one with people versus
Yeah.
you're with your group doing the gaming.
I think there's a difference between playing with people you know and just talking to random strangers. And,
People skills.
exactly.
Because there's not a lot of them anymore because everyone, you know, the stay at home for how long and stuff.
Yep.
People are just anxious around people a lot more now. And it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
getting out there and being like, go,
Yeah.
fly, be free.
Well, when you talk to random strangers on online games, let's be serious.
You're yelling
it's
at
not-
each other.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily having like a conversation
Heart to
you
heart.
would with anybody. It's
Yeah.
basically like,
you and your mom and your grandma too.
Yeah, unless you get paired up in a squad.
Sorry,
then
Sam,
you're like, hey, I got you, bro.
No,
He
it's
doesn't
true.
need earmuffs. No, he's playing Call of Duty.
Sam knows.
Yeah, he's on Warzone.
He's
I
hurt
get
his
it.
mom. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Tell your dad he's a son of a.
Son of a hot mama. What?
So I think that's debunked 100%.
Yeah,
But
most
there's people making, okay, obviously that's not the case with everybody that's playing video games, but even one person alone making over millions playing video games, that shatters that.
And I kind of have some of that there. It says the average experienced or expert streamer, so I'm sure they have an established base, can make $3,000 to $5,000 a month just streaming. So
Wow.
is there money to be made? Absolutely. Is there money? Is there money out there for these young people to make a
lot of
ton of
online
money?
stuff has a lot of opportunities, especially with social media.
But you go
For sure.
lucky.
Okay, so I'm very curious on this because you have so many people that play, let's just say Fortnite, okay? So many different genders and age groups that are playing that game, and then they're putting that all on there. What makes them that above the others? What is it that, like, oh, I've got to watch this guy because he's or she's this awesome person?
They're funny. They could be funny. They could just be like better than you, and you could try to learn off of them.
Do they give tips?
Learn secrets and tips.
Okay.
And like,
I've never watched this
for
show.
Call of Duty, there's special gun like setups that are make
know
them
what you're
better.
What about that Tin Man guy you were talking about? Like, what's he
Tin
do?
Man.
You were saying millions of people watch this guy, and what's
Yeah.
he do every match?
Well, he used to play Fortnite, then he went to Warzone, Tim the Tap Man. I don't know. And he just spectates solos.
So he jumps in the game
commentates
and
though. It's funny because
he jumps in the game,
Actually does
dies,
sound funny.
and he spectates
it's funny.
other players, and he's
He yells at them.
making.
Like if they're doing something, he's like, "What are you doing?"
And I was like,
Okay. Well, I'm just always curious because if you have, these thousands of players, what's making them so much more that above all the
Personality,
rest?
skills.
Yeah.
It's personality.
chicks.
You're really good.
I mean, it's the same reason.
besides that
walking
fact
in.
of
Okay,
Besides sex
but
cells.
besides TNA, it's it's personality where it's
What's TNA?
even people on
Google it,
YouTube,
kid.
like you pick channels that you like to subscribe to based off personalities.
And,
that you
and
like.
if it's gaming,
You know what I
it's
mean?
also
Peter
skill.
McKinnon.
I think ultimately, like, you can have great content, but if your personality sucks, like, who's gonna want to sit and watch you?
Yeah.
You know
No.
what I mean?
Are you talking about us?
So I was about to say, I've learned a lot here.
My dad
Luke,
says,
step
you're
it up,
boring.
man.
I'm trying. Sorry, Dad.
Like
Can
that- like
I
that
get
guy-
a good voice or something? Give me a funny
That-
voice.
Wait, last week's.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
But like, what did I say?
on!
What did I send you? I sent you last week that one guy on his Twitch account.
Oh yeah,
That's just like
yeah, just yeah.
the kids love it. Like they
Yeah.
just love idiotic things.
Yeah.
I don't
Blimpy,
know.
Blippy.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Speak
If,
about that name.
I'm not sure if
in
that's a
this
good
place.
thing or a thing that makes me go, "Oh dear Lord,
Right.
this is our."
Or they
future."
have internet personalities where it's totally different character than who they actually are. They just
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
on camera.
Dr. Disrespect,
He's probably
he
totally
rages
different.
out.
Yeah.
but he's
Rage is like rage quits or just
I don't.
No,
I
like
don't know of
kills
any
his
redneck
fucking
Jeff that would do such a thing.
I've never.
yeah.
He's got to put on his pit vipers for that. Anyway,
Yeah.
What do we got to close this out, Jeff?
That's pretty much
we
it,
have
guys.
Johnny to close out.
You and your stereotypes.
coming
hear
straight
that?
from the underground.
You know, why don't we have Vienna kind of close us out?
Amen.
We kind of covered all the stereotypes. She is a stereotype.
Close it out.
Talk a little
Give you the spotlight.
She's the chick gamer, right? So
I'm
yeah,
throwing things. I'm nervous.
you're good. Come in close.
Let's have a game off.
That's what Matt says.
We got
Johnny
Tevia.
is a little tipsy.
not.
Everybody in the
wasted.
club getting tipsy.
Everybody.
I like
it out.
that.
Okay, well, this has been awesome. And you guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and subscribe to our OnlyFans. Just kidding. See you later, guys. Bye.
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 Deuces.
Hey Sam, what's OnlyFans?
Do you want to know?
Yeah, what is it?